Hi there, Natalie with you today with a new process video for Altenew, and this time we are going to use the Winter Crocus stamp, stencil and die bundle to create a winter inspired memory keeping layout. Hi there and welcome to a new episode of Inspired by a Card with Natalie. Today we're going to be using the Winter Crocus bundle to create a new memory keeping layout. And because we're talking about winter, I wanted something that was really more modern but romantic for this layout. So the inspiration is going to come from Sika's card. She used the cartoon tulips for a card in a past blog, and I had actually flagged it on my list, so we're going to use it today. So I'm going to start by stamping the Winter Crocus image onto white cardstock. I'm using Nina 110 Solar Crest white cardstock for this. I'm going to stamp my image 3 times using Obsidian ink. Once I have them ready, I'm going to use the coordinating stencil to actually color my images using the guide that comes in the pamphlet. And it's super easy to create these flowers, very easy to color. All you're gonna do is you're gonna see that I'm actually going to bring out the stencils. I'm gonna bring my ink blending brushes, and I'm gonna bring some colors. I want to keep it within the purples and blues because I want this kind of winter feel to it. So that's what I'm starting with. You're gonna see that I'm gonna start by placing stencil number 1, and that's gonna color the petals, and I am using wisteria for that, which is the lightest color purple. I'm just gonna follow the stencil. I am using my small ink blending brush for this. I'm just gonna apply the ink starting from the tip of the petals so that I diffuse the color and it becomes lighter as it goes to the bottom of the petal. So you're gonna see that once I applied wisteria, I'm gonna come in with the next color, which is hydrangea in this set. And I'm gonna apply that towards the tips of the petals so that it darkens the tips of the petals. And I'm gonna do this for pretty much all the petals in this set. Once I'm done that, I'm gonna add a little bit of parrot just to the little stem that it follows the bottom of the flower. That's just gonna connect it to the leaves. And then you're gonna see, like I said, I'm gonna use the same colors of purples just to color my petals. For the center of my flowers, I'm gonna use yellow maple just because I want that deep yellow. And then for my leaves, I'm gonna use firefly. I'm gonna use like those bright colors of green, even though because I went online to look at the colors of the leaves, they're a little bit deeper, but I wanted something a little bit lighter. So you're gonna see, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the stencil. I'm using right now the mini ink blending brushes just because I want the smaller detail. And then it's very simple to create them. The stencil is very detailed, so it's easy to follow. And then once I'm done for the leaves, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with firefly, just apply a base color to all the leaves. Then I'm gonna come with the next color in this family. This is a set of 6, and that is green fields, and I'm going to apply it towards the base of the leaves just to give that depth of color, kind of dimension. And there's a detail for the leaves, and for that I'm going to use Shadow Creek just to make it a little bit deeper. So once I have that, I'm going to color my 3 images, and then I'm going to use the coordinating die. This is the Winter Crocus die to cut my flowers. Now if you see Sika's card, she actually used a die to create the background. I want to, because I'm gonna add pictures to it, but I like the circular idea, I'm actually gonna use the mandala the Mandala die to create my background. It gave me the idea of like a soft snowflake. I wanted something really big. My picture is cut to a 4x4 circle, so I needed to find something that was a little bit larger. I had a leftover piece of alcohol. I created some alcohol ink backgrounds with Altenew ink that had like the stones of purple. So I just cut my mandala out of it, and I'm gonna make sure that I put my picture right on the center so that it actually creates that idea, the same that you see in Sika's card. And then I'm just gonna place my flowers to the bottom right of the layout, and then whatever's extra, I'm gonna cut it. Once I have that, I'm gonna create my title. For my title, I am using the All About You word die set to create the word hello. I cut the shadow out of white cardstock, and then the outline of the word out of glitter cardstock. I went with diamond. I wanted something really white. I was thinking about snow and glistening, so I cut it out of that. And then for the next letters, I wanted the title to read Hello Snow. I cut the word snow out of the fine alphabet die, and I cut it twice. I cut it first out of the same glitter cardstock, I think is diamond, and then I cut the second set out of gradient cardstock from the purples, because I wanted to give it a little bit of an offset. It helped me to add a little bit of double-sided tape behind the letters, so it just makes it easy to peel and stick, and I created that offset so it brings some of that purple and also that glistening effect. And that's gonna be my title. I'm gonna place it right underneath my picture, and then I'm ready to set this up. Now for my layout this time around, I'm actually creating a pocket page. So I'm actually have extra pictures. I'm gonna create in the top pocket of this layout, I'm gonna add 2 pictures, and I size them as smaller than the pocket, so that when I add that extra flower that I cut from the right of the page, I'm gonna add it towards the left on top of the pocket, just so that I balance the page and also bring some of that color onto the left of my layout. So that's one of the reasons why I made my pictures smaller, so the flower won't cover the picture. I'm just gonna add simple stickers to them, and I'm actually gonna add a tab to the back picture, so that it gives you the idea that you can pull and see the extra images. The card that you see there at the bottom for the journal is actually comes from my stash. And then all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring the enamel dots to just complement this. I am using the same shades that I use for the flowers, so a little bit of purple and green, and I'm just going to make sure that I place them at the top of the picture next to the title, and I'm also going to add a few of them to the left of the page in the flower, like that is on top of the page protector, just to make sure that I create my visual triangle. And that's about it. This came together super easy. One of the things that I did after I was finished is that I wanted to bring some of that kind of pink, that purple tone from the card onto the big picture. So what I did is I trimmed the binding holes, and I'm actually gonna back my image in a piece of like this kind of movie pink cardstock, so that just mirrors the 2 sides together. I love how this turned out. It's actually it was pretty simple. It was fun to put together, and the inspiration, like I said, came from Sika's card, and I am using the Winter Crocus stencil stamp and die bundle, and it's a beautiful set that I just was released. Make sure you check it out. As always, if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave me a comment and I can answer. Make sure you check the blog for more details, and thank you so much for joining me. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more content. Take care.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching!